To all our listeners, welcome to the Product Management View webinar series. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Saeed Khan, who will be talking to you today about the information supply chain, aligning diverse teams to minimize time to revenue for high-tech products. Why is it so hard to keep development, marketing, and sales aligned? Each team speaks its own language and needs a different kind of information to take action and make timely decisions. Each team has developed coping strategies, yet these only address symptoms and not the root cause of the problem, the complex and dynamic information and the different needs of information customers. The industry lacks an effective and efficient way to keep teams in sync. Simply working harder will not produce the desired results. To achieve alignment, companies must take a new look at the problem and understand that information, processes, decisions, and teams are part of an information supply chain that needs to be optimized. In this session, Saeed will show you how to discover your information supply chain, and you'll leave this webinar with practical tools to help you regain alignment and optimize time to revenue. Your speaker, Saeed Khan, is currently the VP of Product Management at Evokia. He is a 20-year veteran of the software industry with deep experience in product management, product marketing, development, and education. He has managed market-leading products in a number of segments, including data integration, data visualization, and enterprise application development. He brings hands-on experience in enterprise infrastructure and database-related software systems. Saeed has managed all phases of the product lifecycle, from initial conception through early customer acquisition, revenue growth, profit development, and end of life. He also speaks regularly at customer events and technology forums. So today, to speak to you about the information supply chain, may I introduce Saeed Khan. Take it away, Saeed.
Thank you very much, Susanna. I just wanted to get started by just thanking everyone for attending the webinar, and just the interest in this topic. It's sort of different from a lot of the topics that people talk about when they think of product management, in that it's not directly related to any specific aspect of product management, such as requirements or customer knowledge and things like that. It's really related to managing the overall process of the development cycle. And when I say the development cycle, it's not just the engineering development cycle, it's the full product development cycle. And when I think about product management, I think that really it's an optimization job. You know, you look across all the different groups, and your job is really to make sure that the product that is developed and goes out the door has the features and the functionality and the characteristics that are going to generate the most revenue for the company. So this is kind of an overarching topic that I think is important for product managers to think about. So when I talk about supply chains, the first thing that I want to think about is just the history, and I want to just give you a couple of slides on the background of manufacturing in case you're not really sure what supply chains are or how they've evolved or what supply chain optimization actually is. So when you think about manufacturing, and in the early days of manufacturing, sort of large-scale manufacturing, you would have very large factories that literally would receive raw materials at one end of the factory, either by train or by ship. You know, it could be iron ore, or you know, maybe it's steel, wood, lumber, trees, whatever, and then everything would happen in that factory, and then out the other end would come finished products, whatever that might be. It could be cars, it could be furniture or whatnot. There really wasn't a concept of a lot of modern-day things that happen in manufacturing in terms of suppliers and whatnot. And so a couple of words come to mind with this sort of old school of manufacturing, and it's monolithic and rigid. And probably the best quote that describes this is the Henry Ford quote that you could have your Model T Ford in any color as long as it was black. You know, it's great. You could make lots of very cheap black cars, but try changing anything, and the process doesn't really work well. And so that doesn't work today in modern manufacturing. We can't just say we build exactly one type of product, and there's only one configuration, and that's all you get. It'd be nice if you could do that. So now we have part suppliers for things. If you think of automobile manufacturing, there's a lot of different companies that form the ecosystem for Honda or Toyota or Ford or GM. You can outsource things. You can optimize costs. You can optimize for availability. You can optimize for lots of different factors as you kind of disassociate the different suppliers and the process.